Hey guys, we're back and today we're making chocolate chip cookies. Let's get started.
As always, the ingredients will be in the description box down below. We're starting with a stick of unsalted butter, and we're just going to melt it on the stove here. This should only take a few minutes, and when it's done, go ahead and take it off the stove and let it cool completely. If you use this while it's still hot, you're going to have greasy cookies, and we don't want that. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We can get started on the rest of our ingredients. We're starting with a cup of light brown sugar. You can use dark if you want to for a richer cookie, but I prefer to use light. Go ahead and pour your melted butter in there, and we're also going to crack an egg. Now add your vanilla extract and go ahead and give that a good whisk. Be sure to mix this until it's nice and smooth and there's no chunks of brown sugar in there. And once that's done, we can get started on our dry ingredients. I have some all-purpose flour, and I'm adding some baking soda, some salt, and a little bit of cinnamon for extra flavor. And I'm going to add that to my wet ingredients. Now I'm going to give this a mix with my rubber spatula, and you want to make sure the batter is nice and smooth. Pretty much the same texture as peanut butter. You don't want there to be any chunks of flour. Make sure you scrape the sides of the bowl and incorporate everything in there. And this is basically the texture that you're going for before we're adding our semi-sweet chocolate chips. And there's really no measurement here for the chocolate chips. Put in as much as you want. You can never have too many chocolate chips. And go ahead and fold them in there. And yeah, maybe I snuck in a few more chocolate chips here and there. Guilty as charged. What can I say? I love chocolate. And once that's all folded up and your batter is done, go ahead and stick that in the fridge for about an hour so that the dough can harden up. And we're going to use a cookie scoop here. If you don't have this, you can just use a tablespoon. And I'm just going to put this on 2 baking sheets. I'm putting 6 on each one so that they can spread evenly. And don't worry about them being perfect spheres. They're still going to look good in the end. And we're going to put this in a 350 degree oven for about 15 minutes. Be sure to keep an eye on them. It really does depend on your oven. The top rack of cookies for me baked for about 15 minutes while the bottom didn't have to bake as long, say about 12 minutes for the bottom rack. But again, it depends on your oven. And these are done. This recipe made 2 dozen cookies for me, and now it's time to give them a try.
Alright, so here we go. I've got a nice big cookie here. And, oh, you know what? It's kind of shaped like a heart. That was not intentional. Okay, well, anyway, here we go. Alright, so here's the thing about the cinnamon. First of all, it's great. It's a great addition to the cookie, but I think it's good if you don't put too much in there, because this isn't supposed to be a cinnamon chocolate chip cookie, it's supposed to be just a chocolate chip cookie. But the cinnamon gives it kind of a warm flavor, and I don't know, it tastes like the holidays. I don't know how to describe it, but it's good. It's a very subtle flavor. When you taste it, you'll be like, is there cinnamon in this? Yeah, it tastes a little bit of cinnamon. But seriously, all the flavor is there. It's crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. It's still warm, which is the best. And yeah, I'm going to finish this up, and maybe a few more. But remember to like and subscribe, excuse me. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Having this with a glass of milk.